Hey there, welcome to Church Folk TV, where books meet the broken and failure finds its voice. Every page we read, every story we tell reminds us that even the fallen can rise again. The night came. It was time to go home. He left with 3 of his neighbors, to whom he pointed out the place where he had picked up the string, and all the way he talked of his adventure. That evening he made the round of the village of Brood for the purpose of telling everyone. He met only unbelievers. He brooded over it all night long. The next day, about 1 in the afternoon, Marius Pomel, a farmhand of Master Breton, the market gardener of Manville, returned the pocketbook and its contents to Master Hulbrick of Maniville. This man said, indeed, he had found it on the road, but not knowing how to read, he had carried it home and given it to his master. The news spread through the neighborhood. Master Hushikon was informed. He started off at once and began to relate his story with the denouement. He was triumphant. What grieved him, asked he, was not the thing itself. Do you understand? But it was being accused of lying. Nothing does you so much harm as being in disgrace of lying. All day he talked of his adventure. He told it on the road to the people who passed, at the cabaret to the people who drank, and next Sunday when they came out of church, he even stopped strangers to tell them about it. He felt at ease now, and yet something worried him, without him knowing exactly what it was. People had a joking manner while they listened. They did not seem convinced. He seemed to feel their remarks behind his back. On Tuesday of the following week, he went to market at Goodville, prompted solely by the need of telling his story. Malandin, standing on his doorstep, began to laugh as he saw him pass. Why? He accosted a farmer of Fricotot, who did not let him finish, and giving him a punch in the pit of the stomach, cried in his face, "Oh, you great rogue!" Then he turned his heel upon him. Master Huchikon remained speechless and grew more and more uneasy. Why had he called him great rogue? When seated at table in Jordan's tavern, he began again to explain the whole affair. A horse dealer of Montpellier shouted at him, get out, you old scamp! I know all about your old string." Huchikon stammered, but since they found it again, the pocketbook, but the other continued. "Hold your tongue, Daddy. There's one who finds it and there's another who returns it, and no one the wiser." The farmer was speechless. He understood at last. They accused him of having had the pocketbook brought back by an accomplice, by a confederate. He tried to protest. The whole table began to laugh. He could not finish his dinner and went away amid of chorus of jeers. He went home indignant, choking with rage and confusion, the more cast down since, with his Norman craftiness, he was perhaps capable of having done what they accused him of, and even of boasting of it as a good trick. He was dimly conscious that it was impossible to prove his innocence. His craftiness being so well known, he felt himself struck to the heart by the injustice of the suspicion. He began anew to tell his tale, lengthening his recital every day, each day adding new proofs, more energetic declarations, and more sacred oaths, which he thought of and prepared in his hours of solitude. For his mind was entirely occupied with the story of the string. The more he denied it, the more artful his argument, and less he was believed. "Those are liars' proofs," they said behind his back. He felt this. It preyed on him. and he exhausted himself in useless efforts. He was visibly wasting away. Jokers would make him tell the story of the piece of string to amuse them, just as you make a soldier who has been on a campaign tell the story of his battle. His mind kept growing weaker, and about the end of December, he took to his bed. He passed away early in January, and in the raving of death agony, he protested his innocence, repeating, "A little bit of string, a little bit of string. See, here it is. Monsieur le Maire."